Hi guys, Millennial Investor here, and welcome to the second episode. I haven't uploaded in a few weeks, been pretty busy with work, and to be honest, I started recording on Sunday, and then I think, okay, I'll publish it on Monday. I didn't finish editing, and then it gets Tuesday, and I think, I'll just do it next week. But this is the long-awaited update. So from last time, Vector Group really is driving on very highly, and it's getting close to my target price now when I'll start skimming some profits. So my target price is £3. When it gets to that, I'll start decreasing my number of shares and putting more money into Tanzania, because at the moment I think Tanzania is still very undervalued, and that custom shares should hopefully be coming in the next few weeks, because they said it will be public end of Q1 2021. Omega Diagnostics, such an annoying one, because it is. So they've won the government contract, 374 million, to produce the rapid lateral flow test for COVID. However, it's very much by the rumour, so the news kind of, because in the run-up, when everyone's like, okay, the announcement's going to get done soon, the stock was driving up to about pound 5 pence. When that gets to about 150, I still think market cap's at 150 mil, contract worth is 450, and lateral flow test isn't going to go anywhere soon. I think they've very much got a good plan for about 4 or 5 years. So I think the market cap will in turn reflect that. At the moment, I think it's just market sentiment a little bit, people moving money around in stocks. But other than that, apart from Vector and Omega, Perez have been making some quite good moves commercially. So I still think by the end of Q2, I'd say I'll be looking at about 25p a share. But we will see with that. Still looking quite healthy with a 33% return just on the HL portfolio, and we will do the Fidelity one next. So this is our Fidelity account. Pretty much flat compared to the last update I did, but that is purely because there has been a pretty big market sell-off, especially with the growth stocks and tech stocks. The money's really moving into the safer, more traditional industrials, things like that. But that is to be expected. Sell-offs are part of the game. I still think we're along in an upwards trend. I'm not too worried about it. But now the return is 7.85%, and I probably use this as a benchmark, because this investing for me is purely passive. So the direct debit comes out of my account, 500, like I said in the last episode, and it gets 425 into the S&P tracker, and then 75 into the Bailey Gifford Fund. And the Bailey Gifford Fund, I think it was like 30% at one point, and potentially last update, I think it was around 30%, purely because Tesla is a big part of this Bailey Gifford Fund, and they've had a massive crash. On a rebound, the valuation I think is about right now. I think $800 per share was pretty high, given that future expectations, everything like that, great. But at the moment, the valuation, I don't see it as a problem of coming back down until they can back that up with some sales or something that really can justify it to go back up to 800. And then this is the S&P 500 tracker index fund. Pretty standard, pretty business as usual. The 1.9 trillion stimulus will start hitting bank accounts. I think it started hitting bank accounts last week. So a lot of those people are likely to spend that money in stocks and cryptocurrencies. I also invest in crypto, so if you guys want me to do a separate series, I'd say, on that, I can do. I only hold 2 cryptocurrencies, so I'm pretty bullish on those, and then I tend to only invest in the ones that I kind of understand, so that I can do. We'll go on to the Trading 212 update next. Is the Trading 212 account. I'm on the web app now. They've got a new launched web app, which is pretty nice, to be honest. And it makes recording this easier, and I think a bit more informative for you guys. So I think let's just go into this chart. The last update I did, I was around, so I did it 3 weeks ago. We're at the 19th of March now. So if I do it, so we were about there, 6.1k, and from there, we're still bleeding quite a lot. I won't lie to you, it's not really the best position to be in, but I have held firm on most of my stocks. I still think these are going to recover. I will talk through each stock individually now because I think it's a bit easier on this web app. So the first one, 4D Pharma, they are listing on the Nasdaq their vote for their SPAC, which I've also invested in, Longevity Acquisition. Their ticker will change to LBPS, and they're in kind of collaboration with Merck, and they've got quite a few patents approved and on the way. I still think, given that 2015, 2016, this share was trading at around £1.80. I still think £1.80 is quite undervalued considering the products they have and the research they have. It is very much a long-term hold for me. They've done a raise for the new SPAC using institutional investors only, fully filled. The directors bought in for an extra 1.5 million. I'm not worried about this stock at all. Even in the last 1 week, it's been. It's annoying you don't get percentages on here, but if I go to advanced chart, no, I don't want that. So yeah, it was for the last 1 week. It's been at £1.20, which is nice. My average price is 118. Currently, self think 11% gain. It is good. I could sell out now, but I still think this would easily go to 100% gain, and I'm very comfortable sitting tight on it. The next one, Argo Blockchain, Bitcoin miner, hold Bitcoin, very big in the Bitcoin space. Peter Wall has done a magnificent job here. The returns from December, I'd say, are crazy. My average is 73 pence. I initially went in for a trade. I was going to sell at 100, and I was like, Bitcoin's going pretty high. I was like, hold on for it 1 more week, and it just shot up. I did not expect this. This is well over, 228% gain. Who wouldn't take that? But it's still, I think, okay for me to hold. I still think £3 a pretty realistic target. And then I'll start skimming down. I'll probably sell about half my position there and then flow that money into other investments. CBBT, Trading 212 are just being pricks, and then putting all these penny stop exemptions. The Trading 212, I think, are going to lose a lot of people who invest in the OTC market because they have not been good, especially from the UK standpoint, in terms of when stocks are running. They put their restrictions on and it just crashes. I mean, this loss I'm sitting on now is 83%, which is insane. The only benefit I have is this. I only put in around £250, which for me is a tiny position, so it's not too bad. But it still hurts to be 230 down on, let's say, 270. So £240 down, and I bought in for 286, which is still pretty bad, to be honest. Ideally, I would like to average down in this position, so average down massively. So my average price is 39 cents, and this was due to the fact that we're going to go through an acquisition, a PKG, sorry, should I say? And then, so yeah, I think for this, I'm just happy to hold on because it's not too big a part of my portfolio. And then, so CrowdStrike, Neo, C, Square, and Teladoc are part of this 2021 investment pie I have. I put in, I think it puts in £25 a week. So if I go to Auto Invest, yeah, 25 quid a week. And I'm pretty happy with this going out weekly for my account, and then dollar cost average will likely leave it at the end of the year and see where we are at. But it's also to just get me in a good habit of trying to put as much money I can in my Trading 212 account as opposed to just sitting there in cash. So I won't go too much into CrowdStrike and those other ones because they're pretty big companies. Everyone would mostly have heard of them. And then the next one, GTCH, I'm looking to average down, but then again, trading 212, absolutely taking the piss. New buy orders for this instrument have been temporarily restricted, so I can't average down. I am struggling to see where this company is going to go long term, so I will probably get to a stage where I won't have to take a massive loss and hit it. And then HCMC, a big one. I still do think a settlement's coming. I am very adamant on the fact that I reckon I will still be able to turn a small profit out of this. And yeah, because at the moment, £750 down. I probably, when I look back at this trade, I think I probably have gone in too large because I probably haven't managed my risk correctly. Because at no point did I expect this to go this low. But I can see the upside. I'm still going to hold. I have conviction in my hold for now. But I think when it gets to around 10% gain, I'm likely to sell out. It could, long term, it could be great, but for me, short term trade, I'm happy with that. IQSTL, this pretty much a trade. I sold some Argo to buy IQSTEL. Once again, they were doing very well before trading to want to put their restrictions in, so I bought in around here, 12th of March, last Friday, and I bought in at $1.13, $1.13, and then it was doing well. I was planning to exit at $1.40. They are going to uplist the Nasdaq, and all that stuff is great, but for me, short-term trade, $1.40 was my price target, and trading to 1-2 put their restriction on, and then bang, it just plummets. It is really, really tough as an investor to keep on taking this from trading 2-1-2. So I think realistically, when I get to a position where I don't have to be using them as much, I probably will take that. Unless it's for stuff like the auto invest kind of feature where I have in my pie, where because it's commission free, it kind of makes sense for me to keep using them. And then the next one, KWBT, I think we still haven't had anything on their financials. I'm still bullish, but I need to be able to average down. Trading 2-1-2 hasn't allowed it. My average at the moment is a bit high. Ideally, I'd like that around the 4 cents mark, but I am willing to average down using my profits from Argo most likely, but we shall see where that goes. And then LOAC is the Nasdaq listing for 4D Pharma. Very happy with this. I still think it can easily reach $20 a share by the end of the year. I still think that's very undervalued. I think the ticker symbol change is set for Monday or Wednesday, I could be mistaken. But then once that goes ahead, I'm very happy with that. Novocyte, still very good companies. I still think £11 is a pretty conservative target. And then IPOE, I went in this quite heavy on the market downturn. The reverse takeover of SoFi is happening at the end of this quarter, and we only have, I'm just looking at my calendar, we have 8 days left. I'm adamant that they will meet that target, and when it does, I think this stock will run to around $25 dollars a share, which would leave them a pretty reasonable market cap. And I think from there is when we'll get a bit of a sell-off, and then the real institutional investors, everyone, start taking a position and then start holding for a long term. So overall, it has been a pretty torrid few weeks in the markets. I am kind of just going to sit on my hands because I think that's the best thing I could do to now, and see where we are at the end of probably Q1. So for the next week and a half, I won't really do much, but we'll see where we are, reassess, see what I can cut from the portfolio, see what I can add to, and maximize my returns. I will do the update of all in the Excel sheet in just a sec. So this is the update of where we are currently on the portfolio. We are down to a 5.5% return last week, or last update a few weeks ago. We were at 13%. This is mainly driven by the Trading 212 portfolio taking a massive hit, and the HL portfolio, the biotech portfolio, pretty much starting to gain. Fidelity is the S&P, so whatever the S&P does, it will follow suit. I am very comfortable sitting on my hands right now, not looking really to go into new positions or take on massive risk. But we will see where we are in a few weeks. 5.5% I'm not really happy with, but it is what it is at the moment, I suppose. If there's any other stocks or recommendations that you guys have for me, please put it in the comments below. Follow me on socials, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well.